Hey friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead, and tonight it's a leftover makeover pantry pole meal. Baked spaghetti, sort of. So here, we had this earlier in the week, and so here's some leftover spaghetti noodles. Hang on, let me get the lids off of these. Let me just show you. So here I have the last of a bag of peppers. I just rinsed the ice off of them because they were in the bottom of the bag. A can of mushrooms, 2 onions going green. This is leftover spaghetti and sauce from earlier this week. And so we've got this. We've got this, some cheese to grate, and I've got some macaroni noodles cooking because this probably won't be enough. I also have an nice oiled casserole dish. So first things first, I'm just going to take a knob of butter. A knob of butter is anywhere between 1 and 2 tablespoons. It's going in the pan, and as soon as that heats up, okay, let's put these aside for a minute. And let's cut up our onions. Now, usually the first couple of layers in an onion that's going green is bad. So let's just cut through here. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. Okay. So I just cut the green part off. And gonna cut that part off. We're gonna save what we can of this onion. That's about it. That and the green part. So there's one. Like that. We're gonna cut the green off of here. See? You might, you know, there'd be a time in the past when I would have thrown these onions out. Not anymore. Food has just gotten way too expensive. Let's peel this. That's no good. We'll turn this skillet down. I don't want the butter to burn. I don't mind it browning a bit. Okay, let's get this off of here. And let's just, whoops, cut this end off and push this bad part out. See what I mean? It may be a lot of fuss, but waste not, want not, right? That means if you don't waste anything, you won't want for anything. It took me years to figure out what that actually meant. Okay, let's get these in the garbage. That butter's just nice. We're gonna put our mushrooms in there. I'm sauteing these a little bit because I want to get rid of some of the water in the vegetable, right? Back down here. And we'll just chop up. So we had 2 onions that normally somebody might throw out. And we're just gonna, what happens is because I cleaned all the dead stuff off, we now have 1 onion. So if you don't have any dead onions to play with here, then you go ahead and just use 1 medium-sized onion. Just going to cut up these greens. And yes, the green onions I planted in the pot are starting to grow. So pretty soon I'll have green onions just to trim off. And back and into the pan this goes, and we're just going to give them some garlic. Got it. Yeah, Garlic's good for you, folks. Does all kinds of good things for your blood pressure and your blood and all that wonderful stuff. Some pepper. Now I'm going to grate the cheese. How I do this, this has a smaller side on the back, so I don't need to put a piece of paper towel or anything in there. So I'm just going to grate this like this. This is so much easier on my hands and wrists than standing it up and going down, and it makes it easier to spread too. There's our vegetables. The water's cooking off, so I can just shut those off because the pan will stay hot for a bit. Come on down here. We're going to get our oiled bowl. I'm going to put the macaroni in the bottom because it's hot. Okay? I just cooked, that's only like a cup and a half of cooked macaroni. Okay, so I got about a cup and a half of cooked macaroni in the bottom, and I just put that in there in the bottom because it's hot already. And then I'm going to put some sauce on here. If we're lucky, oh yeah, Howie's lucky. There's a meatball in there. We'll make sure that Howard gets that. Because we're not going to tell him I'm not adding any extra meat. Now there's sauce. Some cheese. Right? And no, I'm not putting zucchini. You know why? Because there's zucchini in the sauce. Now we're just going to put our sauteed, roughly, they're not cooked, but we wanted to cook some of the water off them, and we're going to put that in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And now we're just going to put this, I'm going to break it up with my hands, folks. That's the reason I cooked macaroni and not more spaghettini noodles, because I would have had to cut them up and break them up. So, there, look at that. Look at that. Now we're going to put the rest of this sauce all over top. We're just going to spread it, trying to cover all of the noodles. And then here we go with the cheese. Shake it all over there. Just like that. And now I'm going to put a little bit of Parmesan on top. I don't need my paper towel because I have my cutting board underneath. It's one thing about when you buy Parmesan in this form. It takes you forever to use it because nobody wants to grate it. Alright. And on to there. This goes, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And this is going into a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. Okay, our timer has gone off, but Howie's not home from work yet. If you see smoke coming out, it's because I am seasoning another pan in my oven. Oh, would you look at that. We're just going to let this rest until Howard gets home, and then we're going to dish up our baked spaghetti. I'm sorry, folks. I thought I was recording when I dished up supper, but I wasn't. So you don't even get a shot of the food. It was delicious. We ate it all. I'm in my chair because my knees are baffed. This is, remember we had spaghetti earlier in the week? Well, this is a leftover makeover meal. It is a spaghetti bake, and I put in sauteed veg and mushrooms and cheese and...
Cheese.
Mm-hmm. It's firing it all over the place.
That's very good.
Just what you needed today, eh? And I'd like you to address the person that said you always thumbs it up just for the camera.
Well, my wife has been cooking meat for me for 30 years.
33 years. 33 years.
I think she knows my tastes. But if she gets it wrong, I will let her know. And you have once or twice.
Once or twice. Yeah, 33 years, that's not bad.
Now, if you made me liver and onions, you know I would refuse it.
Yes. But you did that on camera very bravely, too.
You pretty much know my taste, so it would be hard for you, you know, to get too far off.
Yeah. Thank you, baby. Again, after 33 years of being together, I know what my husband likes to eat and what he doesn't. This is the Mrs. Volpe from Our Half Acre Homestead saying that meal didn't cost $5. The onions were most people would have thrown them out or planted them. The sauce was left over, the spaghetti was left over. We did maybe 25 cents or 30 cents worth of pasta, and the mushrooms and the cheese, all told, wasn't $3. Okay, so I'm going to say for this leftover makeover pantry pull meal was under $5. Mwah! Take care, God bless.